Hi guys, welcome back to the Raw Light podcast. My name is Danielle Baker and thank you so much for being here today. I feel like I haven't properly been in tuned on here and I needed to take a break last week to have a little bit of downtime, to have that time to kind of recoup and reconsider where I want to go with this podcast. I also, coming to the back end of the year, have a lot going on and I thought that it was really good time to maybe chat to you guys about what is actually happening for the future and how this podcast is actually going to run for the future. So, going into the future, I'm hoping to get more people on here who are very broadened minded people who have excellent things to say down their path that they're on. I have a few spiritual people coming on here. I'm hoping one is going to be, they're going to be traveling through Japan. So they said that they had time then to chat to me. We have a beautiful Jess psychic medium coming on in December and so on, so on. So I'm trying my best to get some really good, incredible people for you guys to come on here and to chat. And also, I thought that I would give you a little update to what will be happening for the rest of the year with my podcast. So, I've probably got about another 3 weeks in me. And then after that, I have to organize and plan a few things for next year. So, I'm actually jumping on and doing Tracy Spencer's course that she is launching for the next 12 months. And I really want to hone in on that for the rest of the year, and then I'll be launching back up again in January with a lot more content and things to share with you guys as well. Also, I am really wanting to know from you guys what path you would like me to go down with this podcast. What more do you want to hear of? What more do you want to feel from me? What do you want to understand? Do you want more meditations on here? Do you want more sound healings on here? Do you want more talking about relationships? Do you want more talking about energy work and Reiki and why Reiki is so important? What do you want to hear from me? Because I have many, many boxes. I don't just have one, and I can give you the best advice that I can give from my point of view and where I'm at in my life right now. I do have some really exciting news actually, which is really exciting for my little family. So, my husband, myself, and my daughter are actually going to be moving back to our house that we own in Margaret River. We've decided that for our family, we are really excited to kind of move to a place with a lifestyle that we both really love and enjoy. We've both lived there 2 separate times, and we've both had some incredible and non incredible experiences there. So we are very much aware of the energy and the place and everything that comes with it. So yeah, we're going to be moving back into our home that we own, which we actually love. And it's funny because my husband and I before, like we had only been dating for like 3 months. He took me down to see the house because we had to do a bit of maintenance on the house, and I helped out with some things. It's actually a really beautiful home, and we did say to each other, one day we will be back and one day we will live here. It's also where we found my engagement ring. If you haven't seen my engagement ring, it's probably my favorite thing that I've ever received materialistically, because I'm not a massive fan of wearing too much on my body. I never have been. I just like to have small pieces that I can wear all the time. But my engagement ring is one of my favorite places. It's made from a designer down there. And my husband surprised me, I think it was like 2 years later, with it. So we're excited for that chapter, and I can now share that with you because we've now shared that with the people closest to us and for work and different things. So I can now share that with you. So that's some really exciting news that's going to be happening for us in our future. And so I'm sure you guys will be along for the ride. I'm going to be working really hard on my business over the next 12 months to the next 3 years, I'd say. I really want to amplify some really incredible things for you guys. I want to start recording some videos, putting out emails to you guys so that you can see what's coming up, really expanding my Reiki business, and for you guys to come and enjoy like one-on-one appointments with me. I'll be able to get to Perth a lot more, And so it's just going to really tune into where I'm wanting to go and where we are wanting to go back for our future. So that's some really big things that are coming up in my life in the next couple of 6 months to 6 to 8 months and then to 12 months. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I've got some really big things coming up. And that means I'm going to have to really bring all my energy into everything that I'm doing. So I really do appreciate all you guys being here, supporting me, being patient with podcasts. Some weeks are a little bit more easier, some weeks aren't, just depending on how my daughter's sleeping and if she's getting enough sleep and if I can jump on here. She's only just started to have one big nap, so that's actually given me more time to be able to sit there and produce some incredible things for you guys. But I'm really excited about the future and where everything is going. And so I just wanted to get on here this week and just go into a little bit of what I've really been preaching on Instagram and making big movements on there. And I wanted to come on here and give you guys a really big rundown, like practice what you preach. Yeah. So that's the type of person that I've always stood for and always wanted to be. And it's something that I always go back to. And if I'm not practice what I'm preaching, then where do I need to grow, change, and shift? So the stuff I've been saying on Instagram, like my the workout. If you haven't seen my Instagram, I talk about my workout routines in the morning, why they're so powerful and important, and why I tell a lot of my clients to find a powerful routine, especially if you're single and you're listening to this and you don't have a morning routine, or you're that type of person. If you've got a partner, you still wake up in the morning and you just feel sluggish and just feel a bit heavy and down and like your energy is a bit low. The perfect thing you can do is start with a morning routine and add movement into it. Whatever movement that is, whether it's walking, whether it's running, doing any exercise, yoga, Pilates, any sort of movement is really important to get the blood flowing, also to get your brain moving, to get your coordination going, get your body ready for the day. I know a lot of people like to do it in the afternoon after work, but if that's the case, then what is your morning routine that sets you up? Are you getting up and are you washing your face and putting on beautiful moisturizer? Are you meditating and giving yourself affirmations? Are you journaling in your diary about certain things you need to talk about and funnel through? These are all really important physical things that you should be doing, that I do, that I genuinely do daily. And I need to share more on Instagram. I just don't think to, because it's just such a personal thing to me. Jumping on there and journaling and writing down and shuffling through my emotions so that I'm not bringing in emotions to my day that don't need to be there, that don't need to. If I'm having a beautiful week with my husband, and say I had, like, for me, sometimes I have very big energetic nights where I'm doing a lot of work during the night and I wake up and I feel very flat and unmotivated. I made sure that now I work out first thing in the morning and I feel incredible. And even if there is something that I need to shift, I then grab my journal when my daughter goes to sleep and I sit there and I journal through it and I move through that. And I know people are like, well, that's not realistic. I go to work. I don't have a day to be able to, what do you call it? Sorry, I got distracted for a tiny moment. I don't have enough energy in a day, or I don't have a day to be able to do that. Then my suggestion to you is get up a little bit earlier, journal, meditate, move your body, be all organized, and then have your breakfast. I used to get up when I was doing hairdressing. I would get up at 5 a.m. and go for a run and do some sort of workout for an hour. I would give myself 45 minutes to an hour. I would come back, I would meditate and journal. And I'm talking, this was the thick of winter when I lived in Perth, the thick of winter. It was the fittest I was. It was the strongest mentally that I ever was. And it actually set me up for a really big success. So I'll tell you a little bit of a story to backing this, and I will tell you why it's so powerful having a morning routine. I'd split up with my serious partner that I was with for a really long time. And I've spoken about that on here. If you want to hear about that more, you can go back, but I'm not going to go back into it today. And I started living with somebody who lived in Balcatta. we met online. We met on the Beautiful You coaching course, which I ended up finishing as well. So I am a coach, and I got my certificate for that. So I got the Beautiful You, and I met this beautiful chick, and we moved in together. And I just basically focused on my healing. I felt like I went into a bit of a stage and phase where one of my best mates was a really high profile workout person, and I learned from her just like doing workouts. And I would run every morning up like the hill, and then I would do all these like high cardio intensive workouts, or I would go to Pilates 2-3 times a week in the morning. Then I would come back, meditate, have like really healthy breakfasts that my naturopath told me I should be eating at the time. And I was doing a cleanse at the time. So it was actually purifying my body and just getting rid of all this old stuff that I needed to. But my morning routine set me up for success because every day I went to work and it wasn't a job that I loved. I just did it because I loved talking to people. And I really did not love hairdressing. So when people now say to me, why aren't you doing hairdressing? I actually get quite, not anymore, used to get quite offended and be like, well, that's not who I am anymore. But they would have no clue about that because they don't know me. And if they don't follow me on social media, then that's fine. So anyway, I was invited to go on this trip over in Bali with my athletic friend. And I was like, yes, I didn't have much money to my name, but I was like, yes, I really want to do this for myself. I want to go over there. I want to go and experience this. I want to have a great time and have fun. So I did that. I went over there and had a really, really good time. I had a great time. And honestly, I actually won. I came first in every divisional workouts that they had, and it was pretty fucking hard. They had some hill sprints. There was a day where you had to like lift tires and push things. And for the girl side of things, I was the overall winner on the girl side, and then there was a guy who was an overall winner on the guy side, and it was the fittest I ever was. But that morning routine set me up for success. I felt strong and powerful. I was in a different country. The first time I've ever been to a different country, like with friends, but like you stay on your own within this like community. Um, and so I stayed there and like I had a really good time. But my morning routine set me up so well and set me up for success, to the fact where I had someone that I was kind of interested call me randomly and tell me they were flying over to surprise everyone in Bali, which I think I have spoken about in another episode. But I had set my energy up. The reason why I'm saying that story is because I'd set my energy up for success. I'd set my whole body up for success. I was thriving. I was looking good. My energy was vibrant. And at the time, I didn't actually realize how powerful I was. And I actually gave that power away to this guy. I actually gave it away. I was like, just take it. Like, whatever you want. Like, I've waited for so long for this. Just take whatever. When I should not have done that. Okay. And here's the problem when we give our power away. When you've got yourself a morning routine and you're setting it up and you're setting yourself up for success and you've been so successful, the one thing you should not do is ever, even when you get into a relationship with somebody, give that routine up. You might tweak it a little bit and you might start it a tiny bit later, but you never give that routine up. It also shows them, the partner that you're going to be with, that you're driven. Because some guys look for women that do have. My husband is one of those people. He wanted to know that I was going to be driven, that I wanted to go somewhere, that I wanted to do something. He never probably realized at the time that that's how much he was looking for, because now we align so much in like our visions and where we're going, because we're both driven and we both want to push in our life and succeed as best as we possibly can. We want to work, we want to have drive as much as we want to have a lifestyle of living each day like we're on holiday. And when I mean that, I mean, my mentor said that to me once, to me and my husband. He said, find a life and build a life that you will love and live every day like it's a holiday, because you can't take holidays all the time, right? You might not be able to take a holiday for 4 months of the year, or you might only be able to take like 2 weeks off a year or something like that. It might not be the full amount of time a year. So the best thing we ever did, and that's swinging back to the decision for us to move, was what lifestyle do we want for our family, for our daughter, for us to grow up with? Like, what lifestyle do we want? It's all about lifestyle. So we decided that where we had a house was the best place for us to go and ground ourselves and build something there for a bit, because we wanted to build a life every day where we came home, we felt like we were on that holiday feeling, but we were also working and grinding to what we wanted to move towards. So that is why it's important to really, and we came to this conclusion once we had battled backwards and forwards, for a while. And having this morning routine really helped me and set me up for really thinking straight through my day, really thinking very strongly with my daughter. Having this routine, it never shifts for me now. I get up, I meditate for about 5 to 10 minutes to get myself moving, to feel in my body, whether it's slow, whether it's fast, whatever kind of meditation and energy work I feel like. Then I go see my beautiful daughter. I give her a cuddle. I give my husband a kiss. Me and him either do a workout together, or he does one on his own and I do one on my own. And then I take my supplements, eat my food, and get on with my day. But it's like my routine and I really love it. And I have been doing it straight for the last 6 weeks, and it's the best routine I've ever had. And I feel like I was ready for this routine. I feel like I was ready for the next level of myself. It's also why I joined Tracy's business work club, because I was like, I need to elevate myself in my work and I need to elevate myself in my life. So what I'm trying to get around, and hope you guys can hear that in what I'm saying, is I want you guys to build a strong routine in your life that you can follow for the rest of your life. And now when you have kids, and if you're a person who listens to this and has kids, I have a daughter as well, but I wish I had more of a routine. Even when I was tired, I wish I would give myself twice a week to get up and do some sort of a workout, even if I was exhausted, and then slept a little bit extra that day when the baby was sleeping, because mentally I felt like I was just going crazy and I just needed a little outlet of something, but I wasn't sure how to go about it, and my body just felt like it was a bit broken. Having that first child is always going to be like that. So yeah, setting yourself up for success, having that morning routine, keeping with that morning routine, and making sure that that never shifts and changes. And also that shows the universe that you are willing to work hard for things, or not even hard. Sorry, I don't like that word. You're willing to challenge yourself, learn yourself, and grow with yourself more. You're showing the universe you're willing to do that, and the universe then opens doors throughout the day for you. You've got you've got a shit colleague that you don't like working with, that's disrespectful to all women or all people, and you're sick of it. This will set you up with feeling like you're powerful enough to handle that. How can I handle that today? What can I say to stand up for myself? Having this routine will mean more to you than anything. So I'm going to leave you with that. Having a routine, and why routines are so important, and also how they can play such a big part in your life. And if you are single and listening to this, making sure that you have a solid routine, because it's self-love. Having a self-love routine in whatever way that is will mean that you will attract somebody who's very similar to that, as in not similar to you, similar to the routine, is okay with having a routine, does their own thing as well, and doesn't expect you to fall on them every time that you call, or if they want you to stay in bed and you say, no, this is my routine because this is what I do. It shows them that you're working towards something, and you have, to a male, that's very, very attractive. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with that, and nice and short and sweet this week. Next week, I'm going to jump on and do probably a beautiful sound healing for you guys, and give you a little bit of a meditation with that. And then I will be dropping a few things in the next couple of weeks with videos and YouTube and lots of different things you can listen to. So have an amazing week, and think about your routine and how you can start setting yourself up for the best success that you can. Big love, guys, and I'll talk to you next week.